Just asked, good seeing me, you said?
Yeah, what's up? I haven't seen
Good.
you in a while.
I know. I just feel crappy that I missed the show. But I was just talking about it. We have a bunch of people in the house for a couple weeks.
Mm.
And, it's like I just wasn't feeling it after the COVID. And I was just kind of freaking out being around people. Except
Yeah.
a show with that weather was a show to go to, probably. I couldn't imagine being, you know, shoulder to shoulder with people anymore right now. And I got to go to the Lions game Sunday, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't been back to a Michigan game yet.
Oh, really?
No, but I had it, so I should be okay. And I'm looking to get my booster. I have a question into the doctor, like when should I get it? Like Joe Madlinger got it today, I think. Got his booster. He had it too. I'm sorry. Mike probably had it and just was asymptomatic or something. Everybody, so many people that we sat together got it. Not necessarily the tailgate. Only a few from the tailgate got it, like Brian and Bill Dietz, and they were sitting with us. The rest of the tailgate didn't sit with us at the game. We all sat together. So, someone that wasn't vaccinated gave it to. None of us gave it to our spouses or children or anything.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Mike was suggesting that you guys got it from halftime.
Yeah, he also visited the tailgate, but he was kind of far away. It was the one guy. He came. He's not vaccinated, or he won't tell us if he is or not. And I know he isn't.
Well, it sounds like he isn't.
Right. Plus, yeah.
Hi, Mike.
And then Mike, the bastard, didn't even get it. Oh, hey, Mike.
Okay, guys, get a good look at my background.
Looks spooky over there.
I'm taking it off. It's too much of a gimmick. I'm getting rid of it.
Exactly. It looks like one of those spooky sounds album covers or something.
I've used it as my desktop wallpaper for many years, and I keep finding it whenever I Google haunted houses and stuff. It's still there.
Okay, hold on a second.
Schmoe, are you in Florida or something? Look at he's got his visor on.
I'll call you in a little bit and I take a break from the podcast. Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
He's in trouble.
Maybe an hour. All right. Bye.
Maybe an hour.
An hour.
No, I mean in the middle. We'll take a break. Bye. We'll take a break. I don't want to start. Do it right here.
That's just like our first segment.
Well, that's before we ever talk about anything Buffett.
Exactly. That's before you read the date.
I don't have a ton of content this time, although it's probably longer than it should be. Well, but anyway,
you're not relying on us.
Well, let's prove Mike wrong. The year is 2021. It's the 14th of October, and you're wasted away on the North Coast with Amigo Schmoe,
Mike,
and Mickey.
And since I had COVID, 7 weeks ago, I haven't had a drop of alcohol. So I'm going to.
What has it done to you? It's affected your brain.
No kidding.
I'm going to have my first. I'm gonna have some scotch.
And then he keels over.
Well, I was gonna say he's not gonna be able to take it.
I have some scotch, Highland Park.
You can taste it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if my taste is all the way back.
Wow.
Or it's mostly. It's like my smell isn't all the way back. Let's see.
Oh no, you smell. Don't worry about
it.
Very good.
All right, so here, cheers, everybody. This is it. First one.
Oktoberfest.
Wow.
Which is what I'm drinking.
I'll be like Reverend Jim. Just immediately get all Reverend Jim on you. One sip.
Gotta have Oktoberfest in October.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I gotta get some fine bourbon here, so I'm good.
All right, so I got scotch in honor of my Scottish son-in-law that's here. The family's finally here after they've had 2 babies since I've seen them. So
they're there now. They're at the house.
Yeah, they're just put the kids to bed. So I was hoping I'd have Lily on here, but she already went to bed. She's a cutie. I'm Papa Joe.
And my house is totally empty.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. So it's just you and Amber?
Yeah, and Amber's working tonight, so yeah, it's
But when did they?
Right.
How long? When did they leave? Right as planned
well, it was like a couple weeks later, but it was
in September.
yeah, just a couple weeks ago. Well,
Oh,
October 1st, I think it was. Yeah,
okay.
at
Yes, it's
3:07 p.m. and yeah, no,
oh, that's
it's
cool.
good. Nice and quiet here. I love it. Just me and the
Yeah,
dog.
it's crazy here, but I don't mind it as much as
I
so
got
I
the
don't.
dogs all in here with me. I don't know if you hear Bo's walking around, tapping his nails, and
Is this an office? Do you have like an
Yeah.
office like last time?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a printer. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
I'm the only one home, right? So the dogs have to follow me everywhere. So they're both with me.
Yeah, Lucky's out there because they're still eating food.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
The food.
He's got a job to do. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
man, sipping alcohol. They say this is alcohol, huh?
Tastes the same? Because I heard sometimes things taste different after COVID.
Yeah.
I saw a ghost.
Yeah, there's lights flickering in the background. Yeah. So as long as it tastes the same. Some people say
Well,
it doesn't taste
yeah,
different.
who knows? I mean, especially with scotch, there's all those different tastes. It's been a while. Tastes like scotch.
That's a good sign. Oh, speaking of, I forgot. I have a ghostly visitor too.
Ooh. A happy little ghost.
I have no Halloween decorations.
We have like autumn, fall
Yeah,
decorations.
we have that crap. There's a bale of hay on our porch, and
Any gourds? You got to have
there's
any
a pumpkin.
shellacked gourds.
No gourds, just a pumpkin and some couple like happy scarecrows.
I learned.
I got
I did the
Halloween
hay
wash
before.
band.
Oh wow! Oh yeah.
Halloween wash band.
Gets in on Halloween.
Well, anyway, that sounds like the person that gave it to me, probably.
That's what I was throwing the whole Chinese thing out there, right? I mean, that was
Right. He said he literally said this before that he had gotten in text fights. We don't talk to him anymore, and then the China was
it
running
runs the medical, all medical in the world.
Yeah, in our media, and they've had the cure all along. It doesn't say it's a hoax. It says they've had the cure purposely, haven't released the cure, and he was all about hydrochloroquine at the beginning, and that's
Of
what they were
course.
hiding. Yeah, and then
The
he
God
actually
Emperor said so.
he
did the
actually
horse
took
thing.
he took the horse dewormer.
Yeah,
He took it. He took it before he got it, or supposedly he did it because he was good. They were going on vacation and driving across the country. So
Did
so
he have to
took
ride
it.
in a wagon behind the truck
He
with
took
his
it.
butt
No,
hanging out?
this was before. I mean, before he tested. This was before the games. This is in August. He took the horse dewormer just to be safe. So that's quote. And then
that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
I know. I'm going to take this stuff that's not meant for humans just to be safe.
I'm
He
gonna
got it.
be safe, but I won't take that damn vaccine.
He got it
It's
from
dangerous.
he got it from the frontline doctors. It's like that website. You just say you want it, and they give you a prescription. I couldn't believe when he told me this. I mean, I'm making fun of these people all the time, and he's there, and then he was sick, and he didn't get. Let's assume he didn't get the vaccine. He has asthma. And so when he got sick, and he had a fever like 101, I think he had a fever. We went to the game a little, but it got up to 101. It kept going up, but it was just at night. He said that, and then
Well, that's when the Chinese are awake.
yeah, and then what did he? Oh, the doctor did send him into the ER to get the monoclonal antibodies.
Oh, that's not fair. Those idiots shouldn't get that.
Exactly, because you know what? That costs you money.
Yes.
It's 16 grand.
He should pay for it himself. Nobody else
It's
should have to
full.
pay for that.
It shouldn't be out of your insurance. Yeah, 16 grand. I don't know what his deductible is, and then
Did he
know,
have to
all
pay
of-
for it? They better have billed him for it. I'll be pissed if they didn't bill him.
Oh
for
no,
it.
yeah, I assume his insurance was paying for whatever they
Okay.
pay. I don't know.
I don't even
I
want his
assume.
insurance to pay for it. But whatever group plan that he's in, other people in that group have to pay for it.
Yeah, well, technically it bleeds to every insurance,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm just being.
Sounds like
yeah.
socialism to me.
Yes, it does. Sounds like we got to take care of him because he doesn't get vaccinated, has asthma.
The insurance
course
company
the
should deny that claim and then make him pay for it. That's what they should do.
Yeah,
That's
but the
law.
doctor prescribed it, so we'll see.
Mm.
His doctor, because he was worried about the asthma.
That pisses me off.
Doctor's probably
I'm so
going,
worried about it.
holy shit, we have to give him some monoclonal antibodies.
But that's okay. That's not radical like a vaccine.
It's okay. You got to take care of the president, and they get the best care, even though they're hiding the cure this whole time.
Right.
Yeah. He'd freak out that I tell him that we should just keep this all in, just rub the names out, because he was like, I can't tell you if I'm vaccinated or not because that's personal. Technically,
But my
it's
germs
not.
are free for all.
Yeah, technically, yes, exactly. Why don't you keep your germs to yourself? Your germs are
And they
personal.
were free for all because he spread them like a cloud.
I'm
to
pretty sure.
everybody that was anywhere near him.
And as I've done research since we're vaccinated, you could get the viral load and spread it for a much shorter period of time. You do have some. It's about the same as someone who's sick, but just at its peak. It's a very shorter period of time. They think the more and more data comes in. Now Jim Stam got it, and I didn't even know he was there. He was sitting away from me.
Mhm.
So remember, I didn't even know he was there till he left.
Yeah, I didn't see him at the very end when we left. I knew he was there, but I didn't even talk to him.
I didn't even know he was there till I was leaving. I said, "Hey, Jim, hi, bye,"
Yep.
and took Kate. We left the game early. Well, so Jim was in the car with Joe and Stefan, but Stefan didn't get it.
Oh, okay, all right. So it was just you and Joe and Jim.
Jim Stam and Brian and Bill Dietz.
Yeah, Brian and Dietz.
And Kate.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you could say I gave it to Kate, but I mean, I might have given something to Debra, but nobody else has. No, she just went and got tested when she maybe didn't need to. Nobody in Jim Stam's family, Joe's family. I mean, we isolated, but I hugged my mom the next day at a party. I felt fine the next day. We had a family party. Nobody got it from there.
Yeah, we saw my mom the next day. I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Right? Because Brian had it, and I thought I would have had it because I was sitting right between Dietz and Brian.
You had to.
I had to have had it. There couldn't be everyone else around me having it, and me not.
Or you got it so little, or asymptomatic, or you just got it. You're
It had to be
asymptomatic.
the same deal as Kate. Same thing. I just never got tested because I didn't have any symptoms, so I thought I'd never get tested.
Kate was only tested because that's how she had to go back to work. She was just had to isolate because of me. So that's their rules, which was great. She got paid and everything, but
yeah, work from home doesn't matter. So
I know, and it is just weird. It's just scary, and it was just weird. And so many other people got so much sicker than me. But I mean, it felt like the vaccine was doing its thing. That's what it felt like.
Mhm.
You could just, and it was mild. And people say it's the flu because people say it's the flu. It's not the flu.
Mhm.
I've never felt like this before in my life, and I had just this mild case. If I had a fever with it, my God, I'd been scared.
Well, first off,
fatigue
you
was
lose
amazing.
your smell. You lose your smell. You lose your taste.
Yeah,
That's not like the flu.
I didn't lose it until after I tested positive, like another day or so. So I got tested. Well, in fact, I tested over a 24-hour period with 3 different types of tests. One was done twice. So I tested negative, inconclusive, positive. The one that went overnight was inconclusive, and I got the results as I was awaiting the next test they took the next day. I had it already scheduled, and I felt worse. So I said, I better go again. And then as I was waiting for 30 minutes for that one, it wasn't rapid. And then I get this inconclusive, like, what? Are you kidding me? Then I go in there and they say positive. And they give you a sheet of paper and it's highlighted positive. So then, and then later on that night, I got the other one overnight. Oh yeah, we're sorry. your second sample was positive. So I probably hardly, it just was, but it just, yeah. I mean, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. It's all the people out there that don't get vaccinated. Why?
But think about okay, so Kayla didn't get it. Debra didn't get it.
That's what I mean.
So
Technically,
vaccinated
Debra
people
did.
aren't passing it. It's the unvaxxed that are passing it
Right.
like crazy. They're blasting it out there.
I mean, like Jim Stam either wasn't there when was there, or not. But there's a little tiny window where like Joe might have given it to Jim in the car, things like that. Well, it could have been, but it was nobody of us was the culprit because we did not give it to a bunch of other people. I mean, because we didn't feel bad until Monday and Tuesday. Labor Day, I was doing work in the garage, and I've never been so fatigued. I had to keep coming and just resting. Like, I was chopping up half of a tree. My tree fell during all this, and I was chopping that up, and I for garbage the next day, and I'm like, my God. And then Tuesday, I'm like, what's going on? And then Wednesday morning, he goes, Joe, I'm going to get tested. So I made an appointment for Thursday, and then Joe's text me, like, fuck, I'm positive. Fuck. I get 50 tests.
Yeah, but he's vaccinated too. But so he didn't have he didn't have crazy bad.
Well, he's just very worried about Evan.
Right.
I mean, he's got and Evan was old enough for the vaccine on Sunday. That was his birthday. He wanted to go get the vaccine for Evan, but Kelly said, no, we're going to Cedar Point. So Joe went to Cedar Point. So I was hoping he got it at Cedar Point. And I didn't have it from the Michigan game, but that wasn't it. So he probably gave it to some Ohioans. Who cares? So he goes, I will never lose another vaccination argument with my wife again. But I mean, come on, one day.
Evan's that old?
12, yeah.
God. Holy crap, time has flown.
I know. It's ridiculous.
It's a weird feeling, the fatigue, and that you lose your taste. No, when does that happen? Right. You have a stuffed nose and you can't really taste.
Yeah.
So I was having soup, and I'm like, yep, that's salt. I could distinguish salt, sour, bitter. I couldn't have vegetables because it made me gag. All I could taste was bitterness. There was no flavor. I was having grapes, and they were just orbs of juice or something. There's no taste. I took a tablespoon of horseradish, trying to taste something. Nothing. A little saltiness from the vinegar, and I don't even know if that's in my brain or not. No burning, nothing.
You guys are making me thirsty, so I
think that Dietz was doing that. He was like,
take off for a
different things, just out of dare.
Well, we got a text from Joe. He goes, I can now confirm to you that my shit does not stink.
Yes. And Andrew, he took him a long time to get his smell back, and he caught it before he got vaccinated, right? He caught it in Ohio.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Yeah. So, but he's just now beginning to be able to smell poop. Just now. So all this time.
Hold on a second.
The longest time he couldn't smell crap.
I'm gonna say goodnight to Kate. I'll be right back.
All right.
Now everybody goes silent.
I was just telling Joe that with Andrew, when he caught it, it took him a long time to be able to smell poop again. And it's just now starting to come. Didn't smell poop or farts or anything.
Hi.
Hi. Here, I'm talking about poop and farts.
Exactly.
Sorry.
He puts the phone right to the speaker. Poop and fart.
Yes.
What are you grown-ups talking about over there?
What's that?
She's asking, what are you grown-ups talking about over there?
What kind of podcast is this anyway?
Even volunteer to help people.
It's the worst podcast ever.
Yes. I've heard that before. Usually coming out of my own mouth.
Yeah, as you're editing.
I was just thinking while I was downstairs, how am I going to edit this?
there's really nothing of value to put in this thing except for him reading the date. So far.
I figure I got to put a little bit of the COVID stuff in just because Schmoe got it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, you can't put anything in about the source of it and all that kind of stuff.
That's not fun.
You know what? Screw him. Put it in there. I don't care. Go lay down. I got nothing for you. Go lay down.
You're talking to us. I got nothing for you. Mick, tell us what's going on.
Lay down. That's enough out of you guys.
Thinking that.
I thought that's what he was saying.
They're bugging me. They already went outside. I got nothing for you.
Here, you guys, I'm gonna shut up pretty much and let you guys tell me about the show.
Actually, no.
Or do you want to do something first?
Yeah. I don't think we're going to talk about. Well, I wasn't planning on talking about our show till next episode.
Oh, okay.
Because we still got three other.
Stay tuned, everybody.
We've got three other concerts to go through before we get to our show and the Blossom show. Speaking of which, the first September show was on the 5th on a Sunday, and Jimmy performed in Aspen at Snowmass Town Park. I think it was kind of like a festival, and I was really not expecting the show to be broadcast, so I didn't pay any attention to it. And then I found out afterwards that it was on Radio Margaritaville, and I missed a recording. I missed the chance to record a show. Fortunately, I got the audio from the Buffett News guys, and the broadcast starts with a different song. Well, I should say right off the bat, I'm really glad that I procrastinated on listening to these concerts because I didn't listen to them till this week. And so that meant I went into our show not knowing as much. And when Jimmy switched the second song from Brown Eyed Girl to Fins, it was a total surprise for me at our show. And now listening to these Colorado shows, Fins is the second song here. So I'm really glad that I didn't know that. So it was kind of cool. The reason I mention that is because the first song was usually Down at the La-Di-Da and then Fins for these three shows, but the broadcast starts with Fins. So I'm thinking that he actually did Down at the La-Di-Da there live on stage in front of everybody, but the Radio Margaritaville feed didn't kick into the second song. That said, I'm not playing a clip from Fins, so who really cares now?
Wait, where was this one? Can I ask?
This was in Aspen.
Okay.
These three shows are all in Colorado. The first song was, I think, Down at the La-Di-Da. Second song was Fins. Right. Third song was Grown Older But Not Up. And Jimmy at the intro said, after 40 years, I have not grown up. And then he tells the crowd, don't do it. Don't do it. I thought that was cute. But instead of doing a audio clip, I was just going to say it because I wanted to save time, even though this is probably longer than playing a clip. The next song was Changes in Latitudes, and he mentions Hunter S. Thompson and Rhodey, who babysat his house in Aspen. And he's also the guy I think is the inspiration for Gypsies in the Palace. So he dedicated the song to both those guys. He actually rewrote the lyrics for Changes to include Hunter S. Thompson, but I'm not going to play that clip till the third show because the audio was better there. I am going to play the intro to Changes because, well, it's a cool intro. He's got some cool things to say, but he also starts to do Grapefruit by accident. I mean, he's like doing the chords for Grapefruit. You know how he always, when he's talking, he'll play the chords from the next song. Like he's getting ready.
Yeah, right. Like he's practicing.
You can guess, Grapefruit's going to be next. So he doesn't even have to intro it. But anyway, this is it. He starts doing dan, dan, but then the song that he's leading into is actually Changes. Grapefruit is the song after that.
I've been around town for 4 days acclimating, and it's been fun to do that. And this show came about as a quick thing in the end, and we're going down to Red Rocks on Tuesday and Thursday. But I'm so glad we got to crank up here. As some of you may know, I spent a little time in this valley down there, and let's say there a lot of memories and a lot of inspiration came around here. So this is a little song that I got to send out, I know Hunter's up there somewhere watching Dad on this going, you bastard, what are you doing back here, you know? So anyway, I'm changing latitudes, attitudes, and altitudes tonight, so join us, here we go.
No, we're listening to a clip. Hold on. Oh, sorry. No, we're done.
Cut number 2 is from 5 o'clock somewhere. And speaking of vaccines, Jimmy's got some vaccine talk. There are some audio breakups in this clip, and it's from the original source because the stream was not that strong. You know, we're over 50, so we know all about it.
I was going to say, what are you talking about here?
You know, it was quite a road back here to go from the bubble to playing again. But we kept it, you know, as a sailor, you kind of got to start out on little boats and you get on big boats. And so we kind of crept our way back in Mike Utley's living room in Venice, California. 3 of us got together, the first old fart vaccinated members. Here, I'm one of the... Oh, yeah. So we started up while the children were waiting for theirs. Children. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and so we kind of got back. We figured it out there. We went to the Belly Up down in Solana Beach and played to 40 people. That reminded me of days in New Orleans in the old days when that was a big crowd. And so we worked our way back, went to Florida, did a few shows there, and then wound up back on the road. Vaccine came out. That's the only reason we're here, and that is the gateway drug to fun. Just remember that. Thank you all for getting vaccinated and letting us all have a good time. So we had to pick places to rehearse. We rehearsed the band in Nashville. We had to put everything up like all this stuff up here. And so we went to New Orleans and did that. It was either there or Knoxville. That was a tough choice. Anyway, we did all that. We got the band back together, and we've been out playing ever since, and we're going to stay playing as long as you want us out here. So... And here's a little song that Mac's gonna do for us right now and help out here, but I'm gonna let him. You've seen, and a lot of you have seen the solo Mac McInerney show. He can hold his own up here, so take it, Mr. 10-time CMA musician of the year.
Actually, I won't be representing myself this evening. I'll be representing Mr. Alan Jackson, who's. It's not power of attorney, it's power of rhythm player. But we've got this song about not really knowing what time it is and that not really mattering anyway. And we're coming off a year where it didn't matter that much, but by golly, it turns out to be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Next clip is from Come Monday, and Jimmy wrote this about his wife, and we dedicated it to his wife because they just had a wedding anniversary, yeah, that's right, wedding anniversary. Didn't sound right, but a wedding anniversary previously.
We're going to do a little song for you right now. It goes a long way back. This song was actually written in the Holiday Inn in Mount Tamalpais, California, if anybody's here from the Bay Area. And it's gone a pretty good ways, and pretty good song. And I'm going to send it out tonight to my lovely wife, Jane, who we lived here together, and we just had, if you're going to believe this, our 44th wedding anniversary. Jesus Christ.
Wedding anniversary.
How did she put up with me?
There you go. Here's a clip from the intro to Little Martha, and I include it just because there was some significant guitar trouble before the song could start.
So, Mr. McAnally, oh, you need to get your guitar turned on, maybe? Oh, how's it going out there? Well.
It's not so special right now.
No, it's not. Okay. Do you tap dance? Huh? Yeah?
I don't tap dance.
Would you like to borrow a guitar?
No, it's a whole other tune, but
that's right.
Hey.
All right, okay. I swear to God it's worth it, yeah. You got it?
Take his word for it, I'm pretty good.
Well, what is all that shit you're plugging it into, huh? All right.
Oh, who knows? Yeah.
All right. Want me to do a song while you get ready?
Do a song, man. That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to save the show for the 9-year musician of the year right now. All right, okay. Are you good? Okay. Where y'all going anyway, huh? Are we having a good time right now? I am. I know. You know, we can't be in a hurry anymore. What was that? There's a 38-second delay, for God's sakes. Now get
nobody covers somebody's ass better than this man right here, I'll tell you that.
All right, you play the song, I'm going to get a drink. Macking out, yeah.
Jimmy's the seasoned pro. but then he just starts, everybody have a good time. I know I am. Everybody's, yeah. It's his go-to. Okay, I gotta vamp for a little bit.
They did pretty much close to a full-length concert, even though I thought it was just like a festival appearance. But after Brown Eyed Girl, they stayed on stage, and they didn't go off stage for an encore. They kept everybody on stage, and you can hear. I went to the wrong song. You can hear the next song is going to be Why Don't We Get Drunk? And you can hear Jimmy yelling to the band that they're going to do band intros and get drunk. And so I've got that part, and then he does the band intros, but I cut that part to save time. And then he goes into the actual introduction for Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw.
We had more time than we thought, so like as a pilot, I try to use every minute that I can to get up here and do it. So we figured out a couple of songs that we can do and still get out of here on time. And we like to play by the rules occasionally. So first of all, introductions for the incredible Coral Reefer Band that I get to stand in front of every night of my working life, and my other family, yes. All right.
Cut.
Thank you all for coming out. It's kind of like a homecoming. It's Labor Day. So, let's do this for anybody, any lady that might go in labor today. My first daughter was born at Aspen Valley Hospital. Savannah Jane Buffett was. And I just say that, let's see, I celebrated more than I should have when I went there. They asked me to leave the room. But it all turned out well. And I'll do that song for Savannah and all of y'all. Happy Labor Day. Make it easy. And thanks again. It was Sunday yesterday, right? Is it Blur's Day today? What is it? No. Hell, I don't know what day it is. But this is a religious song. I really do.
That day actually was Sunday. The day of the concert was Sunday, September 5th. And next song is Gypsies with Take It Easy. And the concert, the Radio Margaritaville version of the concert fades out after Take It Easy. But the last song officially was A Pirate Looks at 40. That takes care of concert number 1 of the 3 Colorado concerts. The second one was at Red Rocks, beautiful Red Rocks, impressive Red Rocks Amphitheater in Morrison, Colorado. This was Tuesday, September 7th, so the day after Labor Day, I believe. And special guest was the son of Michael Utley, Mick Utley, who played alongside his father. Here's a clip from Grapefruit Juicy Fruit where Jimmy talks about. Oh yeah, that's right. I confused myself.
I thought Mick froze for a minute.
No, well, I did. I actually did.
I mean, I thought your feed did.
I got confused by my numbering system. for my audio files. The next cut is from Grapefruit Juicy Fruit, where Jimmy talks about the fact that he used to live in Colorado, and a lot of the early songs are based on people that were also in Colorado.
Okay, we got the right crowd. Yeah. I was about to go on some hyperbole there, but I'll just tell you that I did. I lived here, between here and Key West and here in St. Bart's for a long time, so a lot of Jimmy Buffett songs were written about people, places, and things out here. But winter's coming. Get your ass out like I did on and so...
Next cut's from Nobody From Nowhere, and Jimmy talks about some Denver memories.
This is a magic night. We were just sitting back that time. You're a magic crowd. We're having a good time. Thank you. Yeah, but this party is way from being over, you know. So I was thinking back there because my connection to the mountains from the ocean is pretty real. And when I came up here the first time, I never forgot. I got a gig at a place called the Cafe York in Denver, opening for a group called Richard and Jim from Austin, Texas. And that's the first time I came to the mountains, and I knew I would come back. And I was a nobody from nowhere, really. And so I'd like to do this next song for anybody out there that's a nobody now that might become somebody one day and be able to stand on this stage like I have to play for you people out there for this many years. So
next clip is after Cheeseburger in Paradise, leading into First Look. And I noticed that the set list for this show, the first Red Rock show, is almost exactly like what he did for us at Pine Knob. The exception is that Red Rock's got one extra song that we didn't get, and that song is First Look. But I'm not too bent out of shape about that because I think he did First Look in 2019. But anyway, here's, for some reason, Jimmy was just taken with the vision of this woman carrying 2 beers after Cheeseburger in Paradise, and he kept talking about it. So here's what he had to say.
Did you see that woman walk back with 2 beers? The universe is with us tonight. As I was running over there singing that song, this wonderful lady was coming back with 2 beers, one for her and one for her man.
You should see me coming back with 6.
Oh, no, I'll do it. I'm going to do tequila and prayers after this is all over. Y'all have a BIGTIME with them 2 beers there, huh? All right.
I really don't know why that woman in particular, just carrying 2 beers, which you'd think you would see constantly through the show, people carrying beers up and down. But anyway, I mean, why would try his attention?
Maybe we need the video to know why.
Maybe they sell exceptionally big beers at Red Rocks. I don't know.
Good point.
Yeah, but anyway,
big huge beers.
Yep. She's kind of like this. She's slapping the barrel all over the place. So that's it for the concert proper. Now we dive into the encores. You know how Jimmy comes out with a pair of flip-flops that he hands to somebody in the audience? They're autographed flip-flops right before the encores. This is one of the few times that I can remember where he actually talks about that into the microphone.
I have like 16 million pairs of those things. So I got a lot of flip-flops. I'm glad to share them. Woo!
There you go. And he did the band intros right after that. And so here is Jimmy introducing Mick Utley, son of Michael Utley, for the first time on stage.
I guess I got to start saying this. It's like a group. The Jonas Brothers were here last week. Tonight we have the Utleys, Mike Utley and son Mick, joining him for the first time on stage together. I like it.
One of the encores, just like the other show, was Gypsies in the Palace, and here's Jimmy introducing that.
We were in Aspen a couple of days ago, and I lived in Old Snowmass for a while, right down the street from my old friend, my writing partner, and a great inspiration that got me into the next level of things, Mr. Glenn Frey, and the Eagles, who started in Colorado playing together, and they were so gracious to me to kind of bring me along. And also, we lost one of our great roadies from Colorado to John Dickinson. And there's a quick story I'll tell you, because Glenn and I were neighbors. Johnny took care of my stuff there when he wasn't on the road. And one night, he got in my little red Porsche, and he drove to Aspen with a young lady in it, and he'd had a few drinks, and he told her that he was me. The story got back on the Coconut Telegraph. Now, that wasn't so bad, but when he put the fucking Porsche in the creek, I got a little pissed off. So what do you do at that point? I told the story to Glenn, and all Glenn did was laugh. And we started writing this song as neighbors together in old Snowmass, Colorado. And I'd like to do it for Johnny and Glenn, because it's the only song Glenn and I ever wrote together. And for those of you who came from far away and left people in charge of you, your children, your dogs, or your house, good luck.
And he did Pirate Looks at 40 earlier, which means that he could do Book on the Shelf as the final song. And since it was co-written by Mick Utley, Jimmy had this to say about it.
This is a little song that we wrote together. It was kind of a coda for life on the flip side after all we've been through. And we all had our challenges and our things to do, but I thought I would write this about mine and everybody else's. And it's just a little thing called Book on the Shelf. I'm not ready to put the book on the shelf, which I'm very proud to say that Nick and his wife and I wrote this song together. They sent it to me, so the next generation of Coral Reefers are involved. So we were rehearsing it today, and I went, hell, Nick wrote part of this song. So thank you, Nick, and I hope you all like this, because this is one of my favorites, and it's a good way to end an incredible night. I've done this for many years. This will stand out as one in my heart. Thank you.
So that's the second Colorado show and the first Red Rock show. The second Red Rock show, the third Colorado show, was 2 days later, Thursday, September 9th. Mick Utley again was on keyboards. Here's the intro to Changes. He again mentions Hunter S. Thompson in the intro, and this time I'm going to include the verse about Hunter S. Thompson. And to get there, to chop out the intro a little bit, there's a really massive edit right at the beginning of the song. See if you can recognize it.
I know you bought these tickets 2 years ago. What I love is you didn't want your money back. You wanted to wait for us to come play for you. Thank you so much. Woo! And we get a little break after this, but I have been in the lovely Rocky Mountains now for, I don't know, 10 days or so, and I as a nomad, I had a little residence up in old Snowmass many years ago, and lived between here and the islands, and so I'm gonna do this little song tonight. It's a little time because I was changing latitudes and changing attitudes in those days. Changing attitudes and changing altitudes tonight. And I kind of rewrote this song because I had some good friends. We all have who've gone on to the big band or the big surprise in the sky. So for our dear friend Johnny Dickinson, who was our roadie for many years, and also was a guy in Aspen who took care of my stuff, and to the late and bizarre Hunter Thompson, my dear friend. We're going to change the little attitudes and latitudes and put a little verse in there for them tonight. And again, we are so happy to be playing for you. Thank you. And there's a little song for you, too. I took off for a whole year last year, trying to recall the whole year. Stuck in our bubbles, sucking down doubles, trying to make the shit disappear.
There you go. There's that clip. The next one is Pencil Thin Mustache, which he did instead of Grapefruit Juicy Fruit in the last concert. Here's another rather long story about Mick Utley and Ed Bradley.
Well, like I said, we've been in bubbles, we've been doing all this other stuff, but it's so great to be back to doing what we're doing and making you happy and you making us happy. So, but some things came along, you know, they'll be back, but right now, Jazz Fest got canceled, and I know a lot of people from up here go there, so have no fear. We're going to take a little geographical turns tonight on places and things that aren't quite back yet. So we're going to New Orleans right now, where I started out as a little virgin in the French Quarter. It didn't take long for that ex-altar boy to figure out I'd wasted a lot of time. And so I went to work playing music on Bourbon Street. Next to and Mike Utley was my neighbor down there. And this is the little tiny Mick Utley grew up. The Utleys, yes, the next generation. Now, I know there's a lot of shit up on the internet, but I'm going to tell you something that's probably not up there. And that would have been me and my late dear friend, the incredible Ed Bradley, another ex-altar boy. We were the altar boys that served at his baptism in the St. Louis Cathedral. That's true. And the priest in charge, he looked a little puzzled, so all I did was give him a lot of money. It's Catholic Church. What are you thinking, huh? And so I'm glad you turned out so well, Mick. But anyway, we're going to take you down to New Orleans right now and have a little jazz fest for us right here in Red Rocks tonight. Yeah. Johnny, let's go.
Next clip is Come Monday, or actually after Come Monday. And you know how Jimmy's been playing it on ukulele this tour. Here's what he had to say after, as the song ended.
That was my best ukulele.
Did you make it out?
Somebody ukulele.
That was my best ukulele?
Yeah, that was my best ukulele playing ever.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear the playing ever for sure. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I skipped a little detail. In between Pencil Thin and Come Monday, they did Delaney Talks to Statues. That was the Songs You Don't Know by Heart song that replaced Cowboy in the Jungle from the other show. They also brought back Last Mango in Paris, which was cool to hear again. And right after that, they did Volcano, and Jimmy added changed a lyric. And also, for some reason, added an extra chorus. And to put those two together, I had to do another massive edit right in the middle, so I wasn't playing the whole song. But it's not that big it's not that noticeable an edit, I don't think. But anyway, here are the two parts of Volcano that I thought were interesting.
Sulfur smoke up in the sky. I'm in Colorado where it's legal to get high. Hey, I don't know. Thank you again. I don't know. But Colorado, I don't know. Mr. Utley's. No time to count what I'm worth. That's Warren. Sorry. I just left the planet.
I can leave this part in.
But where I go, I hope there's love. I got a few weeks off, I'm gonna have me some rock. Go sailing and surfing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go in the volcano blows. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go in the volcano blows. But I don't wanna lie.
Then the the song proceeds as expected.
he can hear everybody else go, "Wait, what's he doing?"
Exactly.
But they picked it right up.
Then they just the boss says, why would you accidentally do that when you never do it any other time?
I think he just got lost in the song.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I can see why, but it's funny that it's not like he went on autopilot from before.
They got it handed to the band though. They picked it right up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's like he never makes a mistake. It's for a minute everybody's like real quiet. He's singing by himself. The girls are figuring out how to change their dance now to go back to.
The rest of the concert proceeded as expected, and the final song this time was Pirate Looks at 40. And that takes care of the first week and a half of October. Jimmy took 2 weeks off in the middle of October and then came back for the Great Pine Knob concert, which hopefully I'll be able to talk about next time. But until then, that's the Buffett part of our Buffett podcast.
All right. Well, I better go let this dog out before he pees in the house.
Yeah. I ever go pee before I pee in the house. I mean,
I took care of that about an hour ago, so I'm all right.
Pee in my chair, I should say. All right, guys. Hey, thanks a lot.
Cool.
Take it easy, guys.
All right. See you guys.
See ya.
Leave meeting.
Days shorter, leaves fall, beaches closed, shadows tall. When summer ends, we pack it in, come back out when it's warm again. When you live on the North Coast, you manage your time. Gets the best of 3 months, you gotta live through 9. That's life.